You thought we'd miss you, didn't you? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But at any rate, you're not going RVing. A year ago, we took the stove and oven out of our RV, and I'm going to share with you what we replaced it with, how it works, and whether we do it all over again in this episode of Travels with Lynn. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Patrick, and if this is your first time here, I'm so glad you stopped by. You know, we love RVing. It provides us the independence and freedom to get out and explore the country, but let's face it, there are times RVing can be just a little frustrating, and that's why we started this channel 5 years ago, to try to share some of our 17 years of RV experience with you, so you can have just a little bit more fun and a little bit less frustration. Now, we were frustrated about a year ago, and it dealt with the oven and stove in our 2020 Lance 1985. And so we ripped it out. Tell you what, let's go on inside and I'll tell you the full story. In the fall of 2020, we received notice that there was a recall on a propane fitting in our stove oven. So we should cease to use it immediately because it could be dangerous. And so we contacted our dealer, began the process of trying to get the parts. Unfortunately, many months later, there were still no parts to be found. So last year, about this same time, I ripped our oven and stove out, capped off the propane line, and went to work to coming up with a better solution. And we have been using the solution now for exactly 1 full year. This is where the old oven and stove combo used to be. In fact, you can see I actually left the metal framing of the oven and stove in here. That way we had a good clean edge all the way around to work with. What we didn't want to do was replace an entire countertop. Now, all this is a cutting board that I ordered on Amazon. I did have to trim off maybe 1/8 of an inch to get it to fit in here, slid it in, and then I just have a couple brackets underneath with screws to hold it in place. What that does is it just gives us, you know, more countertop space and a working space here. Down below, what I ended up doing was actually building a frame that you can kind of see in there out of some, you know, lightweight pine, so that I could install this shelf, and this would be a good solid shelf. Now, our solution to replace the oven and stove is what you see right in front of us. Number one is for an oven. We went with the Ninja 9-in-1 toaster oven air fryer. To replace the cooktop, we ended up going with one of these induction cooktops. Now, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the induction cooktop. I'm going to show you how that works and show you how much energy it draws. And then we're going to do the same thing with the Ninja. Now, I'm sure you're thinking like, hey, how do you use this? I understand when you're plugged into shore power, those two items were great, but your stove and oven ran off propane, so if you were off the grid, you could still use them. Well, we actually are able to use both the induction top and the Ninja either off of our house batteries, which we have 200 watt hours of battle-born lithium plus a 2000 watt inverter, or we can use our big 2000 watt Bluetti. And I'm going to show you exactly how much each of those items draws. That way you will understand how we have been able to use these for the past year as our kitchen. So I have the induction cooktop plugged into the Bluetti, and you can see we're at about 95% charge. It wasn't completely charged, and it's drawing a little bit, about 144. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and this one has a lock feature, so I have to unlock it. I'm going to turn it on, and then we're going to set it to the full 1000 watt setting to get this water boiled as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead, and we are going to start a stopwatch to find out how long does it take to boil the water. This is the water cup that I use when I want to make a pour over coffee, and so I use this quite frequently. We're at about 95%. We're drawing about 960 watts. And let's just see how long it takes for our water to actually boil. And there we go. 3 minutes and 2 seconds to get to this nice rolling boil. And we're down maybe 3% on our Bluetti, so we really haven't used that much power. And one of the real benefits of using the induction top versus the old propane is we don't get all that heat from it in the summer that we would normally get with the propane cooktop. So we really like that. Now let's go ahead and pull out our Ninja 9-in-1. We do the same thing with this Ninja, and I wanted to go ahead and show off here what we can do with this. So we can air fry, air roast, or air broil, dehydrate, keep food warm, There's a reheat option for leftovers, bake, bagels, and toast. So we actually took out our toaster, and this replaces our toaster. We now have an air fryer. We can bake things in it. We absolutely love it. Another thing I like about this is if we set this up, if we're going to be out camping for any length of time, we could theoretically leave this up here, and this is a space saver. So you can actually just flip it up and out of space, still freeing up countertop space. I will tell you, we were so impressed with this Ninja 9-in-1 in our RV. We went out and bought one for our house, eliminated our toaster, eliminated our air fryer. And one of the things I like about this over a traditional air fryer, those ones that are round have a fairly small basket to cook in. This comes with a really nice flat air fryer tray, so we can lay out things like chicken wings and fries and get it all in there, and everything air fries really nice. Now, how much does this use power-wise? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and make a frozen pizza today for my lunch. So let's get this thing plugged in, and we'll start tracking the energy usage. So it looks like we're at about 92% on our Bluetti. I'm going to go ahead and get my Ninja plugged in. I'm going to pull out my frozen pizza. And we're just going to do one of these Jack's original thins. It says 14 minutes, 425. Push the button. I want to do bake. I'm going to adjust my temperature to 425. I'm going to adjust my time to 14 minutes. I'm going to start. It's going to go into a preheat mode. While it's preheating, I can go ahead and slide my pizza in. Now, this is going to draw more than the induction cooktop. This is an 1800 watt unit. And so it looks like right now we're drawing about 1717. We were at about 92%. So we'll just keep an eye on this. Right now it's going through the preheat, so it is going to drain a lot of energy in the preheat. But once we get into the bake mode, I think things will settle down. All right, we are all done, and you can see we are at about 77%. So I believe we started at 91. So actually we did, not too bad. 14%, maybe 15% of our battery power. And we have a very good looking frozen pizza. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that cardboard that it came with. Let's slide that out, and there we go. Lunch is ready. And that is how we replace the stove and the oven in our RV. Now, we've been using it for a year, and if you haven't been able to tell throughout this video, we absolutely love this new setup. Now, would it be perfect for everyone? Probably not, but for us, we actually really like it. If you want to learn more about this Bluetti AC200P that we used in this video, I'm going to go ahead and pop a video for you to watch next right here about our Bluetti so you can learn more about it. Until next time, everybody, happy camping, and we'll see you on down the road. Good night.